Today is all about lighters and matches. Let's roll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode. One moment. There we go. Welcome to today's episode of Tobacco, Pipes, and More. I am your host, Lanza, and today I have an interesting video. I actually got my first email about a week ago from a gentleman named Johnny. And so, Johnny, if you're watching this video, I really appreciate you sending me that email. It actually means a lot, especially since I don't even have a ton of subscribers yet or anything like that. Hopefully in the future. But I really appreciate it. And he asked me to do a video testing out how to light a pipe, or instructing how to light a pipe with matchbook matches. So that's what I'm going to do here today. I'm going to go over how to light your pipe with matchbooks, as well as some other matches and a few other lighters, including this big old pink ding dong right here. So, but yeah, I thought I'd bump it up a notch by doing a few of the other ones. So again, I really appreciate you sending me that email. I still haven't changed that bulb in here, so the lighting might not be too great, but again, I apologize ahead of time. I gotta get on that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and test these bad boys out. All right, so first up, come on. Okay. So first up, we have this big old pink. Yeah. So when you light your pipe, you're going to puff at the same time to draw the air into the bowl. And you put the flame not onto the bowl or into the tobacco, but over top of the tobacco, so that the air that you draw in sucks the tobacco, or sucks the flame onto the tobacco. So I will demonstrate. Come on. Like that. I hope you guys are able to actually see this. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's do the other one. I got two different pipes that I loaded up just for this. So the next one I want to talk about is going to be these style. They work obviously the same way. This one has a match version in here that works like ass. It doesn't work very well. It does work really well if I light this portion of it first, right here. You can see the wick right there. And then this is the striker. But these ones are really nice. This one is kind of I bought it for like $30 on Amazon. It's nice and hefty, but I would get a much better quality version. The more expensive ones are probably better. So again, as you can see, it works the same. This one has the flame more towards the top. I don't have one that comes out the side, which is unfortunate. I wanted to show you guys that, but I unfortunately do not. So when you strike it, it's going to be the same thing. All right, so flame, tip it. You draw the flame into the bowl. So, same concept. I have 3 fryers in this Savinelli autograph pipe, and in this one, this is my Brigham. I actually just got it pretty recently, and I'm struggling with these distillators. It really takes the it makes it hard to pull the air through but we'll discuss that in another video. So anyway, in this one I have the Maple Shadow by Sutliff, just in case anybody was curious. Okay. Now, the next lighter that I want to talk about is the Zippo lighter. These are my favorite. This is what I typically use. This one has a lovely Sherlock Holmes little portrait on it. These are specifically made for pipes. As you can see, the insert has a hole on the side. That allows you to tip it to the side like this and draw the air from the top down through this cover into the pipe. I shall now demonstrate. So, strike, tip it over, and again, you don't want to put the flame on top of the tobacco. You want to put it above the tobacco and draw it into the bowl. See? See? What you're looking for is a consistent char all the way around. When you puff, it should kind of have a nice red all the way around. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, just like that. That's what you're looking for. So those are my favorite. They work really well. They're pretty air resistant. And you can buy different inserts for these as well, which makes it really convenient. They're easy to fill, they're easy to use. The gas, the butane does burn pretty quick, so you do have to refill it pretty often, but it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. All right. Now for the matches. This is your typical match, right? You got the striking material on the top, and obviously you have the striker on the side of the box. A lot of people like to use wooden matches. I particularly also enjoy using wooden matches. A lot of people would say, well, not a lot, but some people say that you get a butane flavor when you use lighters like these, and that they say that butane flavor comes through the tobacco. I have never had that issue. I know I'm not the only one. If you do have that problem, I sympathize with you because your taste buds are far superior than mine. But for the majority of people, I don't think it's that big of a problem. So anyway, let's go ahead and... Ooh, I almost put that in my mouth. All right. So again, the principle is going to be the same. The difference with this one is instead of holding it directly over the bowl and moving it in circles, I usually move it across the top like this. Let me show you. Okay. Let that burn off, or let it burn off for a second. So that's how I do it. I move it across the top of the tobacco like this. Sometimes I'll go in a circle, but usually because the flame is kind of small with these matches, I go side to side or front to back to get a better burn. All right. Mr. Johnny, the moment you have been waiting for. Matchbooks. Matchbooks have been around for a very long time. They're pretty common. Sometimes it's a little difficult to find them actually, but they are still common. There's multiple different ways of striking it. You can do it this way, you can do it backwards, or another common way is to fold the matchbook like this and pinch it in between and yank it out, which is probably the way I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to use my big old Savinelli because he requested a larger pipe. So, and again, I'm going to go back and forth like this. So let's demonstrate how to There we go. Come on, come on. There we go. Let that burn for a second. See? And again, you don't put the flame directly on the tobacco. You keep the flame probably, I would say, a quarter to almost even half an inch, depending on the heat of the flame. Or as you can see with this one, there's quite a lot of room. The tobacco is pretty low in the bowl, so there's still a lot of room at the top. So I actually typically just put the flame right over top of the bowl, and when I draw on the pipe, it pulls the flame directly over top of the tobacco, and it works just fine. My favorite method, because it's convenient, is the Zippo. It's super easy. It's super convenient. You know, you don't really have to worry so much about it. I do love using matches. The only downside that I would say to the match is that it's messy, right? Because they're single individual sticks, and when you light them, they burn off, and they look like this. And then what do? You gotta throw it in the trash, or, you know, if you're me, you just drop it there until you clean up for the day. But yeah, so that's a look into some of the different ways to light a pipe. I do really want one of those lighters. I'm gonna flip this up now. I do really want one of those lighters that has the flame coming out the side. I would really love to have one of those. I gotta find one. But let me show you this one, which has the little match portion. So like I said, this one's terrible. You're supposed to be able to strike it, but oh, there we go. It worked. So now that that's on, let's go ahead and light a pipe with it. And then you just put it back in. I haven't had a pipe in the last like 5 days. Been really busy and just haven't had time. And you know, actually that's something I want to talk about later on in another video, is pipe smoking and addiction, because a lot of people will, you know, get addicted to cigarettes and stuff like that. And something I learned recently is that there is nicotine in different fruits and vegetables. So, and your body has nicotine receptors. Again, I don't want to go super in depth in this, but I don't think nicotine is as addictive as they say it is. I know they've done studies, but you know, a lot of those people are bought and paid for. So personally, I think pipe tobacco has more medicinal qualities than anything else. And I don't think nicotine is nearly as addictive as people say it is, or at least the professionals. So anyway, that's a discussion for another day. But like I was saying, with the matches, there are many different, or with the lighting styles, there are many different ways to light your pipe. You can go circular, you can go back to front, side to side. So depending on the implement that you're using, you know, figure out what works best for you. I figured out what works best for me, and you know, if I use a match, I usually go back to front. And if I use something like these, or you know, my favorite Zippo, it's usually kind of in a light circular pattern. Yeah, whatever works best for you is what the best way to do it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. And again, Johnny, thank you very much for sending me that email. It was my very first one for the channel, and I was absolutely thrilled. So I hope this helped you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully one day you'll pick up the pipe as a smoker, and join us all and enjoy the pipe with us one of these days. And if not, if it's not your cup of tea, I totally respect that, sir. But again, thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate you, and I really appreciate all the viewers checking out my channel. So go ahead and do me a favor if you can, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. It just tells YouTube to spread this content to other people who are interested in pipe tobacco and pipes and just, you know, this type of material. So I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers and get more views for the channel. Not really for my own benefit, but you know, I want to share my content as much as I can. I really enjoy doing these. So the more help I can get, the better. So let's see if we can do that, guys. Anyway, thanks for checking out the channel and thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.